All right, welcome back. So recently I saw a match near me that I didn't get to go to it. I would have liked to have, but it was called the dumb gun match. I think that the idea is that you bring a gun that you think is dumb and you shoot it. So this video is about the gun that I think is dumb, even though I kind of like it, which is strange. I guess that's the point, is that you own a gun that you think is dumb, but you own it, so you must like it in some way. But that gun, you've seen it on here before, is the 365, the Sig P365 Luxe. Sig Sauer, in a string of hits, has just been killing it with gun after gun after gun. No problems that I can think of. But anyway, let's take a look. So I strapped on the old dad bod holster from Four Brothers. It's one of these, it's a holster and you can put it kind of makes a sidecar thing out of it. Yes, I have to label, I have so many holsters, I just have to label it. This is the Sig Sauer, or Four Brothers P365 AXG Legion holster, and this gun will fit in it. We'll get into that in the pros and cons. Let's take a look at the stages and we'll come back with those pros and cons about what might be the dumbest gun Sig Sauer has ever made. All right, so those are the stages with the Sig Sauer P365 Luxe, which might be the dumbest gun ever. Had a couple of hiccups there, as you saw. Bugmaster Brody was out there with me and he beat the pants off of me.
I'm better. I am better.
Anyway, it was a great match. I was the match director, I put it together. As you can see, or as you saw, we were doing something a little bit differently. So I set that whole match up to be old school bug, 6 rounds each, but we wanted to try a little something different and shoot this with 8-in-1, kind of like CDP, just to kind of see how that was gonna go. And it was different, and I'm not sure that I like it, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm kind of gonna try and do this with the pros and cons all mixed together, because for almost every pro, there is a corresponding con that goes along with it. Some of them there aren't, some of them are just pros, and then some of them are just cons, but almost they kind of, you know, every good thing about it has a little bit of a downside too. So first pro, the aluminum frame. So people have been asking for the aluminum frame on a 365 for a long time, and now you're gonna say, hey, we already got that in the 365 AXG Legion, and yeah, okay, they're selling that separately too, but that macro thing, it's a little bit bigger of, it's more like a Glock 19, and this is more like a 365 XL, so this is just a kind of a step down in size, I think, and so it's not quite the same. So people have been asking for the XL grip in aluminum, and now we have it. So that's a pro. So there's a couple different things you could say about it as a con. And one of them is that this is 380. Like, this came out in 380. I don't really know why. I don't understand why they made it in a 380. It seems like somebody at Sig was like, hey, how do we not sell very many of these? Or how do we make it so that people don't want to buy this? And somebody else was like, 380, make it in 380. There are a lot of people who won't carry a 380. I'm not one of them. I'll carry a 380. But yeah, I think that's a great way to not sell very many of these. Number 2, it has removable grip panels. So that's cool. If you want to change your removable grip panels, you could do that. So yeah, it has removable grip panels, but the con is, but why? Because, I mean, it does give you a little bit of a palm swell, a little bit. I can think you can see that in the camera there. So that's cool. But removable grip panels, but there aren't any new ones. There aren't any other ones. I mean, if Lock Grips came out and made some, you know, Cerakoted black brass grips for this, that'd be hilarious. And it would make this gun just incredibly heavy. But I don't think they're gonna do that, because I don't think enough people are gonna buy this. So yeah, I don't know. So again, pro, removable grip panels. Con, why? I don't know. 3, this is just a pro. This is incredibly light shooting. Like it just doesn't recoil. I know a lot of people say shit like this, but it shoots just, I mean, it's like a 22. You'd think that I could have done better shooting this in a match with it than I did. But either way, it's incredibly light shooting. It's a good time. Number 4, immediate holster availability. So that was a pro. So as soon as you bought this thing, there are holsters available for it. However, the corresponding con is that they are AXG Legion holsters. This kind of goes in with frame, but this has a Picatinny rail up front, and a lot of people are gonna think that that's a pro. I think that's a con, because every single 365 that I own that's this size has the Sig proprietary rail up front. So if every single one of those accessories has that rail, I can no longer put them on this, and I gotta get other things to put on this, and I gotta buy more stuff or bastardize the stuff that I already have, and I don't wanna do that. So it's a swing and a miss, if you ask me. Is it cool that there's holsters available and it fits in the Sig AXG Legion holster? Yeah, that's cool. Also, it's a little confusing because macro holsters aren't the same thing as the AXG Legion holsters, I guess. So the ones that I bought, they're right there. I had to heat them up and stick the AXG Legion in it to make it fit correctly. And that's because Sig just decided to do different sizes for the front rail, something like that. I don't care enough to go look. It's just dumb. But you could have had the same principle with the Sig proprietary rail and XL holsters. There's so many different variations of this. It's hard for me to keep it all straight in my brain, but swing and a miss on the rail. Like, I don't want that. I want the same 365 XL as everything else. So the slide is ported or comped or whatever that is. But just like the grip, but why? It's in 380. Like, maybe they couldn't get they had to cut a bunch of, material out of this to get it to cycle. So maybe that's just, they're like, well, if we fill it in and make the barrel that much longer, it won't cycle. I have a hard time thinking that that's how it would go, but maybe. But either way, any gases that you're taking off the 380, you don't need to. Like, it doesn't recoil enough in the small one for it to be a big issue. So, but now you have that. So, okay. So yeah, ported and comp slide, but why? I don't know. It is interchangeable with a 9mm slide. So if you take this slide off and put the 9mm slide onto it, it will function. But this is $1,000. $1,000 to buy this gun, and they'll probably come out and piecemeal this out, and I probably should have waited and just bought this and put it onto something else, but I'm impatient. So this cost $1,000. That's a lot of money for a 365. That's just a lot. I know the AXG Legion is a lot, but I don't know. It just seems like a lot of money for what is a pretty dumb gun. In addition to that, $1,000, and you'd think that you'd get a better trigger, but you don't. You don't get anything better. It's just a regular 365 spongy kind of needs improving trigger. And going along with that, I've got FCUs that are already, the trigger's already worked over. And so I thought, well, I'll just switch it out for one of those. So I did. And it was a pain in the ass to get this FCU out. Like, had to kind of like compress the FCU and then punch this out to get it to work. It's just really in there really tight. So, is it like the biggest deal in the world? Like, no, everything's in there, everything's functioning, but I don't know, banging on a new $1,000 gun, I don't like that very well. Going along with that, this is more of just a con than anything else, is that this grip just should have been a little bit longer. So as you can see, it comes to pretty much a straight line there. This one, the 9mm, has a little bit extra. So I have to, when I release the magazine, I have to kind of like, I brace the back of the gun with my hand and push the button. And the mag falls out just like that. However, when I go to put it back in, I can reestablish my grip and put the mag in, and it's fine. I don't have to take much off of it to get it to go back in, or to come out. And when I put it back in, it goes right back in. This one, I have to do the same thing. I have to like kind of release my hand and to take the mag out, but when I put it back in, it gets stuck and it pinches me. So I don't know why it's a little bit shorter. I don't think that it's any easier to carry with it being a little bit shorter. I don't know why they did that. And I know you're saying that, oh, well, that's a Wilson Combat frame. It's flared at the end. Maybe, but that's a better idea. And you could have taken that better idea and brought it over into this, but you didn't. And also, I have one somewhere and I'm not gonna go get it because I don't care enough. But I think that the regular 365 frames have a little bit more length on them than this does. So I don't know, 365 XL. I don't know why this is shorter, but it is. Yeah, so ultimately, like this is it interesting? I'm a gun guy and I like dumb guns. Yeah, it's interesting, but like as far as like it being a better gun or a better idea for anybody, I just don't see it. I mean, I think they were maybe trying to compete with the Cheetah, the Beretta Cheetah. They were like, oh, we can make a gun that shoots better than that. So like, good job, you did. I don't know that you're gonna sell a whole bunch of these, maybe. I mean, every review I see says, oh, it's for people who are recoil sensitive, and like, okay, but I think the majority of people aren't recoil sensitive. So I don't see a reason for this. Is it fun? Yeah. So if you're an idiot like me and you have too much money and you wanna blow it, buying one of these, go for it. But if you're thinking that you're gonna get some kind of improvement, like, you're not. So, if you have the time and the means, check out www.dz-214.com where you can donate to all the vetted veteran charities that we support. We appreciate that, and we will see you. I told you we were going to do more stupid stuff, and here I am doing it. So we'll find something else to do too.